I'm sure you've all heard the term boundaries, but I think this word has gotten a little bit twisted. So here's what you need to know. Now, boundaries are vitally important for being a healthy human being. So we're going to look at a skill called Dearman, which is basically a guide on how to effectively communicate boundaries and requests. I don't know if you saw or remember, but a few years ago, Jonah Hill, who's kind of famously done a lot of therapy, he had that documentary on Netflix called Stutz, had some text messages leak between him and his girlfriend at the time. And he got a lot of heat and criticism on how he was using his boundaries. And it gave rise to this conversation about weaponizing therapy talk and boundaries as a way of controlling people. Like saying, you can't wear this, or you can't see these people, or you can't have this job. And that's just my boundary, and therefore you have to respect it. But that, in most cases, isn't healthy. Boundaries are actually for ourselves. Like, I want to take some time to myself this weekend, not something to be imposed on other people. However, we do need to have good boundaries, and even good emotional boundaries, like our own little bubble of experience where we're not overly impacted or influenced by other people's feelings like stress or anger. And we need to be able to negotiate and compromise when we're setting boundaries or if we have requests. So to do this in a healthy way, there's a really helpful skill from dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, called Dearman. And this is an acronym for a series of steps that can help us set healthy boundaries. So let's use an example of staying late for work. The first step, D, is describe the situation clearly. So talking to your boss, you asked me to stay late every day this week. E, express your feelings and how it's impacting you. I feel overwhelmed by all this extra work. A, for assert, so be direct. Something like, I need to work my regular hours this week. And then we want to reinforce that, so I'll be more productive if I'm not overwhelmed. Being mindful in the situation, so trying not to get defensive or aggressive, and calmly repeating if we have to. Appear confident, so even if we don't feel this way, but we can communicate it through sitting up straight, maintaining eye contact, and being firm. And an important last one, negotiate. So know your limits, be willing to compromise. Maybe you can work late one night, but not the whole week. This is especially important in relationships where we do want to be flexible, but firm with our requests. So save this or write these points down, and next time you want to communicate a boundary, I hope this makes it a little bit clearer and a little bit easier.